What's going on, man? It's your brother K-Rino. Real quick, I'm not gonna be long, y'all. And I mean that. I'm not gonna be really long at all. But this question came across my mind, and I had to ask it. I had to ask this question because I'm really getting worried. I'm really getting worried, man. We understand that. Well, hold on. Let me hold up a second. Let me hold up. Let me hold up. I'll give it a little more time before I get into the parts I want to talk about. But y'all hit the like button as you come in. Y'all know the routine. Hit that like button as you enter the room, man. Everybody that's here, the few of us that are here, hit the like right now. Go on and hit it. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it for your big brother. And also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do so right now. Please do so right now. Y'all subscribe to the channel, and we'll get it popping, man. But hit that like when you come in. I see y'all creeping in slowly but surely. I want y'all to click that like as y'all come in the door. Like button, like button, like button. That thumbs up, that little thumbs up thing. Y'all might know that. What is the like button? Yeah, that little thumbs up. Y'all click that. Click that. Click that ASAP. Here's the deal, man. We understand that, because I ain't gonna be long. We understand that money is a means that we use in order to live. Some will say to survive, pay your bills, eat, keep a roof over your head, just the bare necessities of life. It takes money to be able to do those things, to have those things. So we understand that. And we know that the more money that we manage to accumulate, then as far as having those things that we talk about, the better your lifestyle becomes, because you have more of that than everybody else, or than the average person, rather. So we recognize the value of money. Other purposes of money, okay, you know what? Sometimes when you got a little extra, there are other people who need a little help. Friends, family, even total strangers, charities, and things of that nature. And it allows you to be able to assist and help other people based on what you've been blessed with. And it's always good to give out of what God has blessed us with to help be a blessing to other people. That's on the base level. But when we reach a point where the urge and the desire for money starts to become something that corrupts our character, starts to be something that corrupts our spirit, starts to become something that changes who we are as a person, or, as they say in some situations, reveals who we are as a person. Because some people are not doing certain things because they don't have money. And that's good and bad. Meaning that there are people who don't have a lot of money and they have it in their heart, man, I really want to help people. You see certain stories and you say, man, these people need help. You see, you have people that you care about, your loved ones and family, and they in bad situations, and you're not financially able to come through for them. For a person, a decent person with a good heart, that bothers them. Bothers you, bothers me. It's like, man, I wish I could just come through and just pop, 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 and clean that up and fix that, right? So not having it puts you in that mind frame like, man, So if you had it, those would be the types of things that you do. On the flip side, there are people who they just coasting through life, don't get no trouble, have no problems out of them. But having money for them would actually have an opposite effect because it would unleash something in them that they have had the desire to do. That's opposite of what I talked about. It's, you know what, man, I smoke a little weed, but I might try cocaine if I had enough money to support the habit. Man, I can't really get no good looking women. But boy, if I had some money, boy, if I had some money, I could and get the kind of women that I always dreamed of. Or I could put money into this and flip it in the wrong kind of way. So having money would actually be dangerous for some people because it would unlock and unleash something in them that would become a detriment to them and to others. So some people, it's good. It's good that you ain't got no money because character has to precede. Good character has to precede riches. And that's why when you read about that scripture that talks about it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter into heaven, it don't mean that a camel can physically pass through the eye of a needle before a rich man enters into heaven. It's just a analogy to explain how the character of a rich man can corrupt itself so bad that it's almost impossible for him or her to make it into the kingdom of heaven because their character is so corrupt. The character is so messed up that they have lost sight of what's really important, and that is the service one to another, us to other people. So it becomes difficult because now you are manipulative. Now you are power hungry. Now you are egotistical. Now you are greedy. Now you are you're a dictator. You're evil. Because character has to precede money and then accompany it once the money joins along. So now you have a person now who's like, yeah, okay, I'm doing all right. I got a little bread. I'm doing all right. But I'm not going to let that go to my head to where it poisons my mind and I become somebody who's a danger to myself and a danger to others. And more so a danger to yourself. Because that arrogance that comes along with it sometimes, it unknowingly makes you a target. It's wild enough out here as it is. But if people know, oh man, look at him, man, he always acting like he better than everybody, man. He got a little money. He hit up on that little bread. He hit up on that little money. Now, see, look, see how he act with people, man. He don't even, we gonna get him. Yeah, we gonna get him. So it's always good to treat people in a certain way, no matter what your status is. But where I'm really going with this right now, as I see y'all come in, continue to hit that like button. Where I'm going with this right now is to ask the question in the face of all of the countless scenarios of Black people having to apologize and bow down and submit, even when they don't believe that they were wrong, all because they have a fear of losing money, all because they have a fear. And what else we're going to put into the category? We're going to lump some other things in with money. We're going to lump in certain positions in life. It could be a political seat. It could be a seat in media. It could be a roster spot on a sports team. It could be a record contract. Whatever it is, we lump that in with money, status and position and connections, friendships. But friendships that are not real friendships, though. That's the key. They said, well, ain't nothing wrong with having connections and friendships. No, it's not. But if they are false friendships, if they are friendships that are conditional, that are based upon you carrying out a certain pattern of behavior that you better not ever deviate from, right? Then that's not a real friendship. That's a boss with a subordinate up under them that's overseeing and watching like, yeah, we friends. I will make you believe that I'm your friend as long as you act the way I want you to act. That ain't real friendship. See, that's like when you break it down to us right now, we all have had that friend that's, oh, they love you to death as long as you are being a real friend to them. But if it's something they need and they ask you for it, and that time you say no, then they lose it. They come unglued. Oh man, hold on, bro. I thought you was my boy, man. Yeah, I'm your boy. That's why I'm not enabling you anymore. So false friendships are the thing that we got to look out for. And again, what we got to know, just because somebody gives you money, it don't make them your friend. It does not mean that they are your friend because they give you money. Most people get up and go to work every day, and they go work a job every day. But I feel pretty confident in saying that the average person who gets up and goes to work, the average person, I don't think that you would consider your boss, supervisor, I don't think you would consider them as your friend. There's some exceptions to every rule, but for the most part, just in my days on the planet, most people I encounter, they're not too fond of the person that they work for. Or if they don't just have a dislike for the person, they would not consider them a friend. They wouldn't say, well, yeah, my manager at the job or my supervisor, that's my friend. We're really good friends. Unless y'all was friends first and you needed a job and he brought you on or she brought you on. And sometimes that messes up a friendship. But my point is, just because somebody give you money don't make them your friend. Because typically when they're not giving you money. They're paying you a salary. They're paying you a fee. They're paying you for a service. So it's not like they just, you get some money, you get some money. It's not like that. They're paying you for a service that has generated revenue for them and has generated more revenue for them than they're paying you. The revenue you generated for them is what has allowed them to be able to pay you in the first place. So when you shoot it back up to higher levels and higher numbers, now we're talking about the actors in Hollywood. Now we're talking about the players in the NBA. Now we're talking about the players in the NFL. Now we're talking about the politicians in government they all making what we consider to be the big bucks. But as we've seen over and over again, the second that you exhibit what would be categorized by them as being rebellious or disrespectful behavior, or out of pocket behavior, they instantly show you that they was never your friend. How many of y'all have ever disagreed with somebody who's really your friend? A real friend. We've all had a disagreement with a friend or somebody we thought was a friend, right? What was the fallout after that disagreement? Did they stop being your friend? Y'all might have argued. Y'all might have raised y'all voice. Hell, you might have fought. But a real friend is still going to be that after that disagreement, after that argument, and even depending on how serious it was and what it was about, sometimes even after that fight. A person is not your friend if y'all have a disagreement, you have a different view on something, and then all of a sudden, they cut you off or they put their muscle on you. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, it depends on what it is. Yeah, it does depend on what it is. I'm not talking about some deal-breaking scenario that just like, whoa, came out of left field. Guy slept with your wife or something. Nah. I mean, just an opinion, an ideology. And all of a sudden, I'm not your friend no more. That means I never was. I never was. So if one of these politicians, if one of these athletes, if one of these actors, one of these singers, one of these rappers decide, God forbid, that they decide to have their own opinion about something, or they decide to present a view that is in opposition of what their employer's view might be, then they put their muscle on you. They lean on you. So to bring this all the way back, everything I said, to bring this back to the question that's in the title, is money really that powerful? Because more times than not, when they put the muscle on them, we see the best of the best, the brightest of the brightest, the smartest of the smart, the strongest of the strong. More times than not, we see them back off their stance and back off their position. And it ain't because they magically disagree with their position. It's not because they were somehow enlightened and was like, oh man, I was a fool. How could I be so dumb? It wasn't that. It was because a threat, a dark cloud, a threatening cloud was placed over their head, and it hovers over their head. And that threat is the fear. That threat created the fear of them losing that money, losing that position. So money is powerful if you make it be powerful to yourself. I just say, yeah, we gotta live off of it. But what happens when the day comes when the very thing that we give so much power to loses all its power, loses the little bit of value that it has left, if it still has some value. The value of the dollar is an illusion. The dollar is on life support. America's economic system is on life support. So to still be in the mind frame in 2022 where we worshiping that dollar and not just looking at it as, hey man, you know, in the meantime, until this whole thing crumble and fall, this is a means of living and surviving. I'm gonna try to hustle and get it. But my value, the real value, is from here on down. I'm not putting no value on that. I'm willing to give up that for this. And I have people that can take me as a grown man, as a grown woman. I have people that can strike that kind of fear in me to make me to get hush mouth at the threat of taking that away. Who gave the money its power? I ain't talking about value. I'm talking about power. See? Because money, it's a, just like I said about the person who may have never had no money and then they come into some money and they just go buck wild because now they're using the money as a tool of power. It's like I said, he could never get a woman before. Could never get a woman before. Now he can just pull up. He can just go to the club now. Look to the right, look to the left. Pull out a bunch of money, pull out the knot. All kind of showing out. Go through these hundreds, man. How much to drink? Well, okay, $10. I can't find no 10, man. Look, man. Baby girl, what you want? Then all of a sudden, they start gravitating, flocking. He's using that as power because he's not able to tap into his real power, his power. Not able to tap into that. So I gotta have a false artificial power in order to bring things to me that I think represent happiness for me. I can pull up in this certain car now. Power. But that ain't value. Because the thing that attracts people to you will determine how people feel about you. That is the basis of how people feel about you. Is based on whatever it is that you had that attracted them to you. So if all they saw was the money, they don't care nothing about you. If all they saw was the nice car, they don't care nothing about you. They're like, ooh, how can I get close to him or her to get some of that? As opposed to, well, you know, I see her at the park from time to time when I go jog and work out, and we just struck up a conversation and we started talking and we clicked. Now we meet up every day and we talk and we get to know each other. And now she knows me. She's learning me. She knows, and she's taking a liking to me based on what I've presented to her from here, right? And vice versa, right? That's value. Because at that point, it ain't about what you got. It ain't about kind of car you drive and all that. You should be striving to elevate. Yes. I ain't one of them people that look, man, you're supposed to be poor. No, I'm just saying that if you want to have real happiness and fulfillment in your life, then you have to understand that to use material things as a means to draw people to you, that's an artificial happiness that's not going to last long. It's smoke and mirrors. It's not going to last long. You want sustainable, authentic friendships and relationships, things that are based not around materialism, but based on who you are and your character. Y'all hit the like button for your big brother. Hit that like button. See, people get married and people get married all the time, and then they stand in front of each other and they say the vows. And, I'm gonna be with you for better or for worse, for rich or for poor, for rich or for poor. And in this day and age, it's really just words. We just going through the motions because we feel like that's what we're supposed to say, because the other 10 trillion people who got married before you, that's what they said. And out of the 10 trillion, how many of them really meant that? A lot of marriages have ended because of money. If we can name the top 3 things in our own opinion that we feel are the reasons why relationships end or marriages end, 2 that come to my mind right off the dome would be financial, and then number 2 would be infidelity, right? So those are the 2 that come to my mind instantly. 3 would probably be what? Maybe abusive relationship, maybe some physical abuse. Then you can start listing stuff out. I'm just guessing. I don't know the statistics, but I know that money is in that top 3. So if you have situations where, okay, we was doing good when we got together. I had some bread when we got together. We were living good. And then some kind of way, all of a sudden, I fall into a bad pocket. Then all of a sudden, she start, I can't live like this. What you mean we got to move out the house? They foreclosed on the house, and we got to move. We got to get out of this house, and now we got to move back to the hood, to an apartment. What you mean? Said for rich or for poor. So the vowels are just words these days. Money is powerful because we give it the power. It's like having an appliance in your house. If you got a pair of clippers, you cut your own hair at home, right? You getting ready to cut your hair and you plug them things into the wall and you click it on and it don't come on. Ain't no power behind it. Somebody didn't pay the light bill. So when you look at our celebrities, even those of us who in politics, they're controlled by a power that forces them to walk in line and step the way they want to step, move the way they want to move, think the way they want them to think, act the way they want them to act. And in doing so, and in bowing down to their power, we lose our power. We lose our power. Not even realizing that we are the ones with the real power. That's a shame to see. Just imagine a little bitty kitten bossing a lion around, telling a lion what to do. Little bitty kitten, kitten this big old grown lion in his prime, and the kitten like, meow, 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 and the lion like, okay, all right. Lion got amnesia. The lion don't even realize who he is. So it's being ruled by a lesser, inferior being. Now, the difference is the kitten ain't got no money, but it's a mindset. Because those in power now, they wasn't always in power. They came into power through means of lying and manipulating and posturing and maneuvering and hustling and snaking, and they came into power that way. But they some brand new people on the planet. They just got here. So that which is new is ruling that which is as old as time itself. That's why they don't want us to know our history and who we are. That's why they didn't want, that's why they freaked out when Kyrie just posted a link to the documentary. Because anything that they see that's like, uh-oh, and it came out with something else that's telling them who we are and who we not, we got to converge on him and make him feel the full brunt of our power, which is rooted in the threat taking away their money. But they don't do their own like that. They'll spank one of their own just for the cosmetic effect, just so it'll look right. But if you are a person who believes that what Kyrie posted was wrong, I'm not, but I'm saying if you are a person who believes that, then my question would be, okay, well, what's worse? Is it worse what Kyrie posted? Or is it worse what Brett Favre did that you don't even hear about no more? That's being, forget being swept under the rug, they sweeping this under the house. They are sweeping Brett Favre's move under the whole house. Forget the rug. So you see how the double standard works? You see the hypocrisy of it all? This clown took money from poor people, money that was supposedly for poor people from the welfare system in his home state, knew what it was for, knew why he was getting it, Well, how you know he knew what it was for and how? Because the text messages came out where he asked the question. He said, is there any way that the media can find out where this money is coming from? He knew. That is the most egregious thing, man. One of the most egregious things that I can think of. And you don't hardly hear a peep about it. Why? But Kyrie all over the news. Kanye all over the news. Why? That's a coincidence? That just happened to. When the powers know who's the real power, without the air quotes, I put my hand behind my back. When they know, when the powers know who the real power is, they got to do everything to suppress it. And I said a while back, they cover for their fellow criminals. They cover for their fellow criminals, meaning that Brett Favre is a criminal, and those who are covering for him are criminals as well. They say that this is what people mistakenly say. They say, money is the root of all evil. No, it ain't. The love of money is the root of all evil. That's what the books say. The love of money is the root of all evil. Because what some people would do for the money. It used to be an old rap song back in the days called What People Do for Money. The things that some people would do for money. It's hard to fathom. JoJo says being broke is the root to all evil. But being broke puts you on a quest to try to get what? Money. And if you become desperate enough in that broke stage, then you'll do a lot of things to get that money for the love of it. Let me see what y'all talking about, because I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Righteous Whipping Stick says, we fix and experience the power of money when food comes up short. People will be begging the owners and rulers to turn back on the taps. Can't argue with you, bro. You hit it on the head. The falling of this world, America in particular, will prove how powerless the money really is. That paper money that we worship will show its worthlessness when this thing collapses. And like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, there would be people burning piles of money in the street because the realization would be evident that this don't even mean nothing no more. So when that happens, what becomes valuable now? Just like I was talking about with the money, it's an illusion. Its value and its power is an illusion. The real value and power is within us, right? So to line up with what Righteous Whipping Stick said, what will become powerful and valuable in that time, right? It's going to be who got some food, who got some resources. And there won't be a situation where somebody can come up to you and say, man, look, man, I got $1,000, man. I just need just give me one piece of chicken, bro. If you give me one of those pieces of chicken you got, man, I give you $1,000. The person gonna say, $1,000 don't have no value, bro. He may still say, man, look, man, here's a piece of chicken, man. Now get on. But he might say, well, nah, I can't come out, man. I got a family. I can't give you one piece of chicken right now. It's big. Okay, man, I give you 2,000. I give you 2,000, bro. Nah, it's worthless. This is never coming back into a position of power. So it doesn't matter how much you offer. And in the case of us as individuals, sometimes our dignity and self-respect is the thing that's never coming back. The thing that we can never get back. Because we'll stand in the face of the arrows being thrown at us in the beginning. When it first pops off, we'll stand in the face of it. Hey, man, I said what I said, and da 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 da. There's something happens, man. Something happens over a period of weeks and time where they slowly break us down. They put a spell on us, or they keep chipping away at our core strength to where it finally just wears us down, and we start getting softer and softer. They start to put things on our mind. Hey, man, oh, well, hey, man, he's lost $10 million in the last 2 months. He's lost his endorsement. I saw Phil Knight. Who knows who Phil Knight is? Phil Knight. Who knows who Phil Knight is? I'll give y'all a minute before I go into it. Some of y'all know who Phil Knight is. Who is Phil Knight? Y'all know who Phil Knight is? Well, y'all taking too long. Phil Knight is the founder of Nike, the head of Nike. And Nike was the company who dropped Kyrie Irving. And I saw Phil Knight in the interview. This was last night. I was watching this clown saying that Kyrie crossed the line. And that when he crossed the line, we basically cut off our business relationship with him. And he said, and I'm fine with that. Now, this is Nike. This is the same company who uses cheap labor to make their tennis shoes that they charge $100, $200, $300 for, selling them to a lot of people who really can't afford them, because the spell has been put on us to feel like there's value in that. There's power in me having a pair of those shoes. See? And we all wear Nike. We've worn Nike. We all see. That's where we got to start getting in that mode of taking them. Okay, well, you want to take our brother money? We gonna cut into yours. Same with the Yeezys, with the Kanye shoes, with Adidas. Same thing. The arrogance is on such a level that when they like, we'll cut this dude off because we'll get another one just like him. oh, we'll steal this design and make a sense. They'll still support, because history has shown that we will still support. See? So you got sweatshops in foreign nations where you got people working for peanuts to put those shoes together. But Kyrie crossed the line. And it's been like that within that company for years. But Kyrie crossed the line because that band of devils, they stick together. Devils of a feather stick together. They flock together and they stick together. But I'm hoping for the day, or looking forward to the day, like Mr. Farrakhan said, that a day is going to come where your money is not going to make us bow down. We're not going to bow down to you anymore because of your money. But we have to get to that point. As easy as it is for us to say, it got to start somewhere where we get to that point where it's like, man, take it. You gave it to me anyway, take it. You let me borrow your bike. I don't care if I had that bike for 3 years. If you come and say, hey, man, I need my bike back, take it. It's your bike. That's the mindset we got to have when it comes to these little trinkets that these devils give us. It's theirs anyway. Take it. How the song go? No matter what they take from me, you can't take away my dignity. You can't take away my dignity. Y'all remember that? Come on, man. That lyric popped in my head. No matter what you take from me, you can't take away my dignity. The greatest love of all is inside of me. The greatest power of all is inside of me. Not inside of a dollar. When you stand firm against their threats, when you stand firm against their accusations of you being anti-Semitic and all this other crap, and you double down on your position, they don't have no more cards to play. They look stupid now because typically that's all they got to do. The first thing they're going to do, and I'm so tired of having this conversation, bro, but we got to have it. Well, we'll make them apologize. And now the game is different now. You got to watch the game. The game is different now. Now the move is to make you over apologize. You got to keep on apologizing. You have to have extreme remorse. You got to apologize on that network when you do that interview. You got to interview tomorrow night on that network. You're going to have to apologize again. Or then next week, we're going to have you on this show where you got to answer to this again. Nope. Not going to happen. I don't believe that an individual's stance changes within a couple of weeks. I don't believe that. I believe that whatever position that a brother held that made them push out this information in the first place, whether they tweeted it out, whether they said it publicly in a press conference, whether they put it in a song, however it came out, I don't believe that a person is just their view is just gonna magically switch in that short period of time. They wear them brothers down, man. And they dangle the thing that you love over your head. Because Kyrie don't want to stop playing basketball, man. He loved the game. He was blessed with a gift to play the game. He don't want to stop. So he's conflicted. It's like, man, I really don't want these cats to run me out of position like this or make me have to reverse my field like this. But I want to play. I want to keep making some money. So, okay. Yeah, all right. But one day, a group of heavy hitters. See, you ain't no heavy hitter because you make millions of dollars. That's what we got to stop believing. See, that's the argument. That's why the big argument comes up in the rap game. Because people start arguing over this rapper and that rapper, and they'll say, well, he done sold the most. He's better because he sold the most, or he done made more money. That dude ain't made no money. So this guy's better than him. Because he sold. Your power is shown when the heat get up under your feet. So having a bunch of money don't make you a big wig. To make you a big wig is when you stand up in the face of the real big wigs with the power and the influence. And no matter what it is they're trying to get you to say or do, if it don't line up with what you say and do, you're not going to let them tell you what to say and do. Well, we're going to take your job. Take it. You ain't God. They think they are. They got a God complex out this world. They would challenge God himself to his face. I believe some of them would challenge God to his face. They try to cancel God. God, we didn't like those comments you made, God. God, you have until tomorrow to apologize on live. They try to make God apologize on live TV. Okay, God, after you apologize, you're going to have to do sensitivity training. You got to meet with some of our leaders so we can make you understand how you were wrong, God. They just that arrogant. They just that arrogant. I believe that. Hey, y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And also, I'm going to say something to y'all real quick. We're getting ready to wrap it up because I got to go. I'm mad at y'all, man. Y'all started to tee me off. I told y'all that the other night. I need y'all to go subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast. I need y'all to do that. And don't just subscribe and then just say, okay, I got your back. Watch the content. Watch the videos. We probably have about 500 people that have subscribed to the channel so far. And I got to give y'all a power fist of appreciation for that. But y'all ain't watching the content. Because if the subscriber count is greater than the views on the video, then y'all subscribing, but y'all not watching the video. So come on, man. We should be seekers of knowledge. I ain't asking you for no money. We talk about how powerful money is. I'm asking you for something that's a little more valuable than money. I'm asking you for something that's a lot more valuable than money. I'm asking for a little bit of your time. That's a big ask. That's a big thing to ask. Because you can get some money back, but I know you can't get your time back. But watch the content, man. I'm gonna put it up there. Y'all teeing me off, man. Y'all making me mad. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put it in that thing. Had to come get y'all. And when you subscribe, a bell is gonna appear instantly in your face. Click the bell too, because that's how you get the notification. The same way y'all knew I was on live. A lot of y'all doing it right. Y'all got the notifications on and all that. Go to the podcast channel and subscribe. We got 2 episodes up. Episode 3 coming soon. And be sure. There you go, Lawson. Lawson Bay. Appreciate that, man. See, he just killed all excuses. He said we all get 24 hours each day. I'm assuming that to mean that it's plenty of time for y'all to take 30, 40 minutes to an hour to watch some good content. News that you can use. We ain't putting no BS in your face. We don't have instructional twerking videos on the channel. We're not teaching nobody how to twerk and teaching your 8-year-old daughter how to twerk. No. We're not flashing guns and chopping up cocaine on the channel. We're not doing none of that. Drop y'all locations, man. Let me know where y'all at so I can shout y'all out. Big shout out to Crooked Letter 601. Crooked Letter 601. That's Mississippi, right? 601. Much love to you for the donation. I appreciate that. Crooked Letter. No one does it better. Appreciate the love, Sean Morgan. Joseph says it's collapsing. Trying to go backwards and read a few of y'all comments before I burn. Israel has just been caught supplying the Ukraine military with secret military materials. If that is true, what are the implications? I would have to know if it's true first before I even speak on something like that. But Israel is shady as a palm tree. Drop y'all locations, man. We shout y'all out real quick. Oh yeah, I gotta go. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Clyde Alfred. LA in the house. Okay. Scrooston, Texas. Houston slang. Salam alaikum, brother Chris. Out there in OKC. Marie Thompson in Jacksonville, Florida. Duval County. Man, I just said this the other night, El God. I still can't remember. Ojibwe. There we go. Hawaii up in this thing. Love one. Oh, you're in Arizona, though. Voodoo Scratch out there in the UK. Pat Warren out in Dayton, Ohio. Phantom Face Final in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio, boy, y'all locked in. Y'all hitting back to back. Spiky in Cali. I'm going backwards because make sure I ain't miss nobody. we at? Where we at? Lawson out there in Oak Cliff. My boy Torrance in Milwaukee. Sean in Rockford, Illinois. Ungrateful Ninja out there in 901. That's Memphis, if I ain't mistaken, or surrounding areas. Mark, what's up, Mark? At ATX. I know how you get down, Mark. Jake O'Neill in the UK. They lifting these vaccine bans, man. I might be traveling. I might be coming to your country soon. All y'all got to do is holler at me. Let's make it happen. Detroit. JB in Detroit. Levi says, how is Egypt doing? Egypt E? The great Egypt E? 7 to Don Boss, 912. It's such a beautiful feeling. Fredericksburg, what's up, Amos? Feeling. Indianapolis, originally dead end. Okay, I see you. Sidewalk Theory out there in Frisco. Levi, you class of 87? Salute. We was there then together then, huh? I was there from 85 to 89. Yeah, send it to me, brother Chris. What's that song we did too, brother Chris? Where you had me rapping all fast? Broderick and Albuquerque. Yeah, but y'all go subscribe to the channel, man. Go do that right now. And go check out the content. We got a great interview with Brother Ben X. Brother Ben X dropped some jewels on us, as he always does. Granville, South Granville, Sydney, Australia. We up in this thing, man. If you haven't got my latest album, that's it. Gods of War. If you haven't got my latest album, go get it right now. SouthParkCoalition.net or any of the digital platforms. Murder One. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later on, man. One love. Peace.